our monthly money.
See the people, not police people. The other time, my bello and myself will can't enter. We can't enter. Not police people. The two regulars. The police people lucky like.
The police people
More than 5,000 will return the rest to Monserrat.
It is Father Joseph Baga. I'm going to see what we call here preach.
When we said what we said, we're clear on the record that we will take only 5,000 from Monserrat County.
We are in 2023. We are here to build this country for our generation unborn.
Oh, so you can legitimate corruption?
Morning Live. It's KML, Kear Morning Live. Keeping truth live from the nation's capital, Monrovia, on this first day of July 2026, Wednesday. Welcome to the midweek presentation of your morning show. It's Kear Morning Live. My name is Daniel Rogers. I'm your sheriff in the court of public opinion. And like we say, from the slump of Sony Way to the top of the executive mansion, the office of the president. The time check is 6 minutes past the hour. In the public court. Good morning, good night, good evening, across Liberia, across the globe, wherever you are. This is KML on Kear Radio FM 95.9. We're here until 10 o'clock. Otavin Tuga Williams joined the platform at 9. We'll bring you the local dailies at 8:45. It's a regular segment here on your station. Good morning and welcome. July 1st, Wednesday, midweek.
The voice of the people.
This is the voice of the voiceless. The voice of the people. I will speak truth to power. Without fear nor favor. I fear no man but God. Good morning, folks. And welcome to KML.
Right.
Say it.
Bringing justice to the light. KML Morning Live. The sheriff on the mic, keeping truth alive. He is the voice of the voiceless, courage in his stride. Kear Morning Live, Kear Morning Live, Kear Morning Live, Kear Morning Live. The sheriff in the public court of opinion. The sheriff in the public court of opinion. The sheriff in the public court of opinion. The sheriff in the public court of opinion.
Oh yes, a sheriff in the court of public opinion. Good morning, folks, and welcome. As you view, of course, we're on examining Liberia. Share the video. We also follow us on Kear Facebook page, KCNTV, and our YouTube Kid Network. The numbers are posted there. So it is Kear Morning Live, KML, from the slump of Sony Wayne to the top of the executive mansion. The show is juicy. It's fascinating, captivating. I mean, it stimulates. Get up, it's time to go. No food for lazy men. 9 minutes past 7 o'clock. Kear Morning Live, of course, is KML. It's on Kear Radio 95.9. Now, the CLEF is proposing a recall bill. We're going to start up, we'll read that for you. A recall bill for those representatives or senators who are not who are not performing who are not performing to the expectation of the people. But let's start up on this note. Let's start up on this note. I don't know why. Okay, so the facts check comes on at 8 o'clock. I hope George is ready. Deputy Sheriff will be here. Like I said, Otavin Toga Williams, a tough talking. He went sabbatical. I recall him from his sabbatical. And so he will join the platform at 9 o'clock this morning. Thanks to all of you. Say it. Let it be on your lips. Good morning to the CEO. Good morning to the general. Wherever you are navigating. Of course, this is Kear Morning Live. Okay, so House of Representatives Tuesday voted to make amendments in the Code of Conduct, specifically on the controversial 5.5 and 5.2. This call for amendments was proffered by Representative Jerry Yokbo. Representative Jerry Yokbo's amendment does not abolish the resignation requirement in Liberia's National Code of Conduct. Instead, it sought to remove the phrase desires to canvass or contest, while reaffirming that resignation is mandatory for appointed government officials who run for elected office. Here is the breakdown of the proposed amendment. Title of the bill: an act to amend sections 5.1 and 5.2 of the National Code of Conduct by deleting the phrase desires to canvass or contest, reaffirming mandatory resignation requirements for government officials seeking elected public office. Main objectives. The bill states that it intends to remove ambiguity created by the phrase desires to canvass or contest, clarify that registration or resignation is mandatory for all officials covered under sections 5.2 subsection A and B. Retain the existing resignation timelines already provided by law. Promote uniformity, clarity, and enforceability of the code of conduct. Key proposed changes. 1. Amendments to section 5.1. The proposal deletes any reference to the phrase. The objective is to eliminate subjective interpretations about when an official is deemed to have shown an intention to run for office. Kear Morning Live. 2. Amendments to section 5.2. The bill rewrites the provision to state that all officials appointed by the President under Article 56A of the Constitution and other government officials covered by the section who canvass or contests for elected public office must resign within the prescribed time before the election. Officials under Section 5.2A must resign at least 2 years before the election. Before the election, officials under 5.2B must resign at least 3 years before the election. Additionally, it expressly deletes the phrase desires to canvass or contest throughout the code. Requires that the resignation rule apply uniformly to all officials cover clarification section. The bill says the amendment removes subjective interpretation based on perceived intent, retains the current 2-year and 3-year resignation periods, ensures consistent enforcement, strengthens legal certainty, practical effect. The instrument has been sent to the Senate for concurrence. So the House passed it. The House passed it, and it goes to the House of Elders for concurrence. Thanks to Deputy Sheriff OBED GIBAH. Deputy Sheriff OBED GIBAH. Thanks so much, OBED. He's my able deputy. Kear Morning Live. Now, I hope that when the Senate concurred, the 2 years, the 3 years, if you want to contest, like I'm hearing the Minister of Commerce, Dagoza, wants to contest in Grand Bassa. If you want to contest, you fall under 5.2 or 5.1. It says you must resign 2 years or 3 years prior to the election. So it goes to, thanks to Jerry Yogba, this is what you call representation. This is what you call representation, because we got a lot of bobo lawmakers. The House of Elders, I don't talk much about the House of Elders, which is the Senate. But where we have the problem is the House of Representatives. And Ellen said, they are noisemaker. We pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in the budget to pay them. They lie about agriculture break. They don't have farms. If we go on our fact finding, 95 or 80% of lawmakers does not have farms. They go on agriculture break. They go to Johannesburg. They go to Joburg. They travel around the world. They carry their family. They don't have farm. Lawmakers don't have farm. Good morning to Emmanuel Jilika. Good morning to William B. Davis and his wife, Councilor Pierre Brambu. The County Attorney, Montserrat County, Richard Scott. Let me say good morning to the fearless George. George Usman Feka, Criminal Code C. Arthur Johnson, good morning. One of Liberia's toughest lawyer. Good morning to you. Well, just to bring you up to speed, 60 minutes past 7 o'clock, midweek presentation, Kear Morning Live, KML, is juicy, fascinating, captivating. Tell the folks it's right here with your fearless sheriff. To bring you up to speed, the judge of criminal code C is now reviewing the core law. Investigators are reviewing the core law in this issue about the juror tampering. Juror tampering is a serious matter, so they are investigating. And when those investigations are concluded, the determination by the judge will be made either to have a retrial or not, depending on the facts and circumstances, because people said there were juror tampering. It's Kear Morning Live. Feed yourself. If you're on your sofa, you're on your couch. Biancota, good morning to you. Good morning to you. He's a regular follower. Jimmy Smith, George Bassi, Nemo Countryman, the people of District 8 want to say good morning to you. It's Kear Morning Live. This is the home of the sheriff. We are here. We'll be here. We're here Thursdays, Mondays to Thursdays, 7, but now to 10 o'clock. Otavin Toga Williams will sit on the platform, but before then, we'll bring you the local dailies, who's a regular feature here on the people. You know, I just laugh. Ellie, Mama, Nuku, Salif. Yes, I'm watching William B. Davis. My brother, thanks for the breakfast. Now, I'm going to put Mr. Davis on the spot. He follows me religiously. Mr. Davis, we're going to have a prediction. We are in the round of 32. Ishi, who do you support? France? You support France and Ghana, right? Okay. So the round of 32, Giants are going home. France beat Sweden yesterday by 3-0. Of course, Holland again. What a class. Yes, 3-0. And Germany gone home, right? The big guns. You know, there's no meanness in football. There's the so-called elites. There's no meanness. Imagine Carax, a country of 156,000, went to the World Cup, and Liberia cannot even qualify. Oh, my God. It is unthinkable. 179 years old. Unthinkable. But something happened in the States because of custody. People are sentenced. Let me bring you the story. The prediction. I spoke with Mr. William B. Davis. He's also a lover of football, the passion of life. And he has consented that we have a prediction who wins the World Cup. But we're going to start. So you're going to send your prediction to our page. You're going to send it to our page, our Facebook page, KCNTV. Tell us who goes to the round of 8. That will be the quarterfinals. I mean, the round of 16. Because with 32 now, we go to 16, we go to 8, then we go to 4, then the grand finale. So all you have to do, send your entries one, not multiple times. No cheating. Mr. B agreed that because he loves football and wants to give your 26 package, July 26 package, $50 could mean a lot for you. Yeah, you can knock the bottles, pop the champagne. So Mr. William B. Davis has agreed to give $50 United States dollars. That who the teams that goes to the round of 16, the round of 8, the round of 4, and the grand finale, who becomes victorious in the World Cup after the 19th. So entries will close on the 18th of July because the 19th is the grand finale, right, HT? So we know who will be the world champion after midnight. or depending on, because the time different. Yes. So Mr. William B. Davis is giving out 50. HT, don't play, don't predict. Don't predict. Even if you change your photo or your name, don't predict. You're not part of it because you're here. Or Mama don't say he won't win a 50. So all you have to do, guess the teams or the countries that goes to the round of 16, the round of 8, the round of 4, and who wins the World Cup. 50 United States dollars. Your number and your name and your prediction. No multiple prediction. Just once. Do one prediction. So you go, the teams that we're in the round of 32 now. So the teams that will go to the round of 16, the round of 8. So 16 is the quarterfinal. 8 is quarterfinal. 4 is the semi-final. So Mr. William B. Davis, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, is giving up that amount. He's giving out 50 United States dollars. If you believe in the passion of life, then be a part of it. 24 minutes down the hour is the midweek presentation with your sheriff. I'm here. This is what I do best. This is my passion, fellow Liberians. I love Liberia. I don't love any individual over Liberia. Good morning to you, Your Excellency. You know, sometimes I ask myself, why do our president need fleets of SUVs or cars? Why you could just get, two escort cars, one on the right, one on the left, and you got your motorcade. It's okay. Who's going after our president? Our president lives, their lives never threatened. So why do our presidents, past or present, why do they need a huge convoy when the people live in abject poverty? And when we say this, you who worship man, you idolize man, not God. Let me bring you Natasha Yasia Wright, morning tea. Good morning, Natasha Yasia Wright. Natasha Yasia Wright is the president of the Judiciary Reporters Association at the court. Let me bring you the morning tea. It's very inspiring. Sit back, relax. 25 minutes past the hour. You're dining, you're whining, you're having this juicy breakfast with the sheriff. Classy man, good morning to you. Team, true riches are in his hands, in God's hands. Text, 1 Chronicles 29, verse 12. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thou reignest over all, and in thine hand is power and might. And in thine hand is power and might, and in thine hand it is to make great and to give strength unto all. Nobody truly gives riches like the Father God. He alone gives what is truth and lasts forever, with no sorrow and no pain added to it. Proverbs 10:22. True, durable, and riches belongs to the Lord, and he alone gives what no man can take away. Proverbs 18, verse 18, 17 to 21. Seek him while he may be found, for the night cometh when no man found him. John 9:4. Be patient to receive the Lord's favor, and be sure of the future, because whatever the devil gives, he takes back with profit, including our health, finance, and the precious life God has given us. Let us be careful of our associations, because our association strongly determines our choices, likes and dislikes. Therefore, if our associates are evil and corrupt, we are likely to be next. Proverbs 13:20. walk with the Lord and be that perfect. It is in Genesis 17:1. Let us pray. Father, as we are in your holy month, help our walk with you, O Lord, that we may not fall in the wayside or on the wayside. May we not be moved by the distractions of this world, but your will and purpose for our lives in the name of Jesus. Bless us with durable riches from your treasure bank of heaven in the name and power of the blood of Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. Somebody say, OBED, I don't know whether he goes to church or he's a Muslim or Christian. Mr. Deputy Sheriff, good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning, Sheriff. Good morning, Liberians. It's good to be back here on the midweek edition of the program, the Kear Morning Live right here on Kear Radio 95.9. And of course, it's a wet Wednesday in the nation's capital. Like the sheriff would say, from the slum of Sodi went to the top of the executive mansion. We're here navigating Monday to Thursday to bring you fascinating presentation of what we can do to contribute towards the growth and development of our Patrick Morning. So we're here and basically to take you through too many important things to talk about, like the sheriff read for you, the most talked about portion in the code of conduct as read. We need to expand on that. Yeah, okay. A whole lot, because there's a mixed conception. Should I say that? No, there's always misinterpretation. I think that's the right word, for the lack of better words, about how people perceive these things to be, Sheriff. So those of you who are watching us will recognize you shortly. Go to Examining Liberia under the microscope. We're also there live on Facebook. Go to KCNTV on Facebook. Also, we are live there this morning. Let's just recognize a few of you who are following. And of course, we kickstart our conversation like the sheriff started already. Masale S. Ibrahim says he's following live from the compound of B Mountain in Kinjor, Has Kinjor. He said my prediction is France.
No. Send it. You don't have to tell us. Send the predict to our send it to. We don't want it, because on the 18th, which is will be the eve of the finals.
Okay.
So prediction close on the eve, right?
Yeah, but that's his prediction. So I think we need to take it in. ST need to keep the commenters, because maybe that's his area and that's exactly where he wants to place his, for example.
But we don't want him to. I don't know what I would choose. No,
that prediction. I could predict for team this and tell the world that this is my team.
Or what should we do? Rather go on the live feed.
I think we need to
do it on the number.
Yes. So what we can do, number. Your entry, you can send it in.
Yeah.
And then we keep it up to the 18th.
Yeah.
And then the 19th.
You still have time.
Following that, then we come and announce all those people who predicted.
Yeah. So send it to the number.
So, Sherry, it depends. If 40% predict a particular country, all those people,
it will not be possible.
No, if
anything
is possible. That's our position.
My mother used to say, if it's a cricket letter that G can street.
Obviously. Yeah. But therefore, they will do raffle draw. So if 10% get one country correctly, all of the 10
say if 10% say France, or Brazil,
they will do a raffle draw.
They will do a raffle,
and pick
the makes sense. Winner. So start to send your entries now to which number? To the both numbers? The radio?
No, the radio number is for all programs.
Okay.
So,
but you think people want to delete the message? How do we do it?
I don't think people want to delete it, but automatically by default, a lot of messages have been popping in, calls and everything.
Okay, so then we use my number.
Yes, let's use the sheriff's number.
Okay, so we use my number.
And then we'll tax HT to do the...
Okay.
Put it down on paper. Madam ging over at JFK.
Okay, so call the numbers.
Okay, so
$50. The amount and it's coming from Mr. William B. Davis.
Okay.
He follows me religiously everywhere I go.
So hands up to Mr. Davis for contributing to Sports Lovers.
$50 United States.
And just by listening to this show, the Kear Morning Live, you have the opportunity. Imagine on the 19th,
Yeah.
you drop $50.
Yeah, it just few days to the
Less than
celebration.
4 days to the celebration.
To the celebration.
Imagine
Yeah.
$50.
$50.
Even if you want to buy 2 bag already,
you
get
can
you
buy
2 bag already.
Yeah.
Soup kind.
Yeah.
So let's go for it. Predict.
Yeah.
The number to send your prediction on is 0770 520 496. I repeat, 0770 520 496.
Yeah.
Is the line you can send your prediction to.
Yeah, yes.
The ones you send it on the Facebook on our platform, it get there. But we'll be considering those of you who will be predicting on this particular number.
$50. Like you said, 2 bags of rice.
Yeah, you can get it 2 bags of rice.
You still get 20.
20.
Yeah.
At $3,700.
Yeah, my madam say you want. I said no.
You can't be there. You're not qualified.
We are transparent people, so you're not qualified.
I'm not there.
I'm
not there. Georgie not there. You get Georgie chair. You find new sinker to predict. Georgie not there. My madam not there.
Yeah. So $50.
Oh yeah, sure.
$50. $50 for your 26. But let me bring you this appalling story.
Okay.
Bombshell twist after 8 members of same family are brutally murdered in their own home as suspect with trial. Yeah. OBED? 2 suspects convicted in connection with the horrific massacre of 8 family members a decade ago will be resentenced following a bombshell ruling in April. You see why we rushed to investigation. You see, this case since April 2016. You see how many years we're talking about, and for us, OBED, we want to rush with everything. All that investigation go on. But the other people contact from 2016. The April 2016 murders of the Roden family rocked the rural community of Peak County, Ohio, after 8 relatives were found dead in 4 separate homes, all with gunshot wounds to the head. They killed them, that bullet them to the head. They say my mother was on the scene, but we investigate. The victims were identified as Christopher Roden Sr., 40, Gray Roden, 38, Clarence Frankie Roden, 20, Hannah Gurley, 20, Dinon Roden, 37, Hannah Roden, 19, Christopher Roden Jr., 16, and Kenneth Roden, 44. After where are we in? Come on. After a more than, somebody trying to call me. After a more than 2-year investigation involving extensive digital forensic evidence, authorities arrested 4 members of the local wealthy Wagner family, that rich people. Edward Jake Wagner. No, please don't call me, please. His brother George Wagner V, and their parents Angela Wagner, Angela Wagner and George Billy Wagner III were all arrested in November 2018 and charged with 8 counts of aggravated murder and other crimes. Mr. Deputy,
yes.
However, before any of the relatives went on trial, Jake, now 34, reached a plea deal with prosecutors in April 2021 to save his family members from the death penalty. Jake pleaded guilty to 8 counts of aggravated murder and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after 32 years. That means he's going to die there.
Okay.
Without, the judge can sentence you with the possibility of parole. That means for good behavior, you can count us out. But that was low, deputy, without a possibility of parole. That means you won't come in us out. But with the possibility, so that will depend on good behavior while you're serving your sentence.
Sure.
It's Kear Morning Live, right?
Yep.
And it's on the lips of the people. Gather around, whether you're in the KK, wherever you are. This is KML. His mother, Angela, now 55, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit aggravated murder and was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Okay.
But on Friday, more than 5 years since pleading guilty, an Ohio appellate judge ordered that the mother and son be resentenced, stating that the sentences violated plea agreements. Under the plea terms, Jake was to receive a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Moreover, both Angela and Jake's sentences were supposed to be imposed after they testified at George Hill's trial, which has not been set yet. As part of their plea deeds, Jake and Angela also testified at George Fifth's trial. A juror convicted George Fifth, now 34, in October 2022 on all 22 counts, including aggravated murder, and sentenced him to 8 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. He will die there, plus an additional 121 years in prison. That judge now easy mail. It is unclear when Jake and Angela's sentencing will be held. Investigators learned that the motive behind the horrific massacre stemmed from a bitter custody dispute between Jake and Hannah, who share a Tudor girl at the time. The gruesome execution was spread across 4 different properties, all within close proximity of one another. There you go. In the first property, a relative found Ruden Sr. and his cousin Gray dead from gunshot wounds to the head. Ruden Sr. was also shot in the torso and limbs, authorities said. Adjacent to the first home, the bodies of Clarence and Gertie were uncovered. Investigators said Clarence and Gertie were engaged and had 2 young children, a 3-year-old and a newborn, who were found unharmed at the crime scene. About a mile down the road, the bodies of Ruden Sr.'s family were found, including his ex-wife Dinah and their children Hannah and Ruden Jr. A 6-month-old infant was found in a home unharmed. Clarence was the eldest son of Dinah and Ruden Sr. The first crime scene was located roughly a 10-minute drive from the first crime scene, where the body of Kenneth was found. Kenneth was the brother of Ruden Sr. He was killed by a single gunshot wound to the head. The Peake County Sheriff's Office described how 7 of the 8 victims were discovered to have been shot execution style. They executed them. Can you imagine, Deputy? Bobby Jo Manley, the sister of Dinah, was the first relative to stumble upon the gruesome scene and recalled noticing pools of dry blood on the floor of her brother-in-law's trailer. Manley immediately called police and ran over to her nephew Clarence's trailer nearby to alert him, but she stumbled upon another gruesome scene. There she found her nephew's 2 children in a home unsuppressive, as Clarence and Hannah were shot dead in their bed. Standing in the blood-soaked mattress between his 2 parents was the couple's 6-month-old son, covered with head to toe in blood, Manley recalled. So, I mean, just argument. Argument over custody. But isn't it harsh for the judge, OBED, to give, after sentencing, he gave 121 years.
Very harsh.
Very harsh.
Law is reasoning. And then if you cannot reason with the law, it means a whole
And they
lot.
even pleaded guilty to the charges. They pleaded guilty. So when you plead guilty, there is leniency.
At least.
There is mercy from the judge, right? Okay. So depending on the discussion with the juror, how they view the testimony, but they say in law, they say if you plead guilty, there's mercy, right? But I mean, there is no possibility of parole. Wow. So if they have not pleaded guilty to the crime, they were going to execute them. Ishi, please find out who calling me. This person keep disturbing me. Yeah, bring my phone back. So let's a proposed bill. A It is called the recall bill. I will read it. I will send it to you so you can view it. That those lawmakers, representatives of senators who fail to meet the aspiration and perform to the aspiration of their constituents according to the bill. So I'm going to send it to you once. But let's weigh in on the issue of 5.15.2 of the Code of Conduct, and it is clear. 5.1 say, 5.2 say. So let's get to it. You have it already. So let's the key over there is 5.15.2. That says if you want to contest in a coming election, you must resign 2 years or 3 years prior to. But it has not been working, Obel. So let's discuss it. Then we'll open the lines for our people.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And like you said, two things to talk about relative up Capitol Hill with the underperforming lawmakers, people who desperately perform their three cardinal functions at the place. It creates an impression that the people of a particular district are underrepresented. And so it's always good to adequately represent. There are some people, like you said, they do not participate in
nothing,
governance issues, policy issues, build, maybe by just co-sponsoring at least, or sponsoring some bills and having some time to even make some sense on the floor. Nothing. They just there, ghastly, salary, energy passing around, flying over the legislature. That is just them.
Recall. The president call. Once the president calls, they get benefit. They benefit from there. And most of them say they got a farm. They go for agriculture break. You know, one person in our house, I don't know how you people, no, I'm not saying because you're not from Grand Cape, man, you're from Bombay. This lady, the youngest, I know, she's the youngest. Bintu Masale. How did she get to that building?
Our father's influence and a whole lot. And that's how our people vote in the country, Sherry. But to this bill, it means a whole lot. The House voted to make amendments in the Code of Conduct. The Code of Conduct is very serious instrument or law that a lot of people should adhere to, especially public officials, even though some of them started violating also the Code of Conduct is so bad, right? Power belongs to the people. Is that what? Yes. Understanding the recall law.
So we just tie in with this, then we'll open the lines.
Yeah. So the Community Leadership Forum is proposing, this is a proposal for the recall law to check our leaders if they go out of order. So we are proposing a law that will help to make sure that our leaders pay attention to their work and serve those who elected them. CLEF is asking for us to talk about the recall law. One, what is the recall law? The recall law gives voters the power to remove a senator or representative who breaks the law or abandons their people before the 6 to 9 year term ends. Two, what do we need this law? Today, if the leader steals the county development fund,
why do we need
the law,
including us?
He said today, if a leader steals the county development fund money or never visit the county for 6 to 9 years, you must wait for next election. That's why we need the law. When can a leader be recalled? Only for 3 serious reasons. One, they go out of order, abandon you, miss section for months, on town hall, no town hall in constituency, which we know meeting, they lie to you. 2, they break the law, convicted of crime or proving misuse of public funds, that's the county development fund. 3, they lose public trust. 25% of voters in county for senator, 30% in district for representatives sign with VRN, voter registration number. And so they have the opportunity and right to do so. 4, how will it work? Step one, citizen collect signatures with voter registration number, VRN. 2, if enough voters sign, NEC holds a recall vote. 3, if 50% plus 1 vote or voters say yes, the leader is removed. Step 4, new election happens, right? According to them, key numbers: 25% of voters in the county should agree for the senator, and 30% of the voters in the district should agree to remove the representatives. 50% plus 1 vote or a voter says yes to recall to remove the leader, and that is the process. Step 5, we need your signature to start the conversation. That's why they say they want. So CLEF is collecting signature to present a recall bill to the legislature to sign. You need to be 18 years plus, a registered Liberian. You bring your voter registration card. You write your name, your voter registration number, plus your polling place you voted before, and your signature. So that is the step, according to them, about what you need to do to join this proposed campaign or bill to the legislature. So no card, no sign. If you get,
so if you don't have your voter's card,
they can't collect your signature. Voter ID card.
You must have that ID. Make it clear.
Voter registration card.
Voter registration card. If you don't have, no sign.
Yeah, and obviously once you have the card, you have your number. So it's a critical bill or proposal by this group. One, the guys who are there, how would they greet this?
At the capital.
At the capital. It could go in committee with that natural death there.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think that's 2 ways.
In your view.
Yeah, 2 ways. I'm thinking it 2 ways. And others also in the house will also accept it and say, yes, we must checkmate ourselves. We must ensure that we're working for the Liberian people. When we tell the people 25,000, we say we're going to our district, our constituents to have a meeting. We shouldn't put it in our bank or put it in our pocket and they can't start begging off for top money. We take the same money and give it to them. Yeah. Let's have a town hall.
The money that was given to the chairman of the Unity Party, you remember, for the celebration.
Yeah, transportation.
Idio.
Yeah, transportation.
Say eat it.
Yeah, even though there was a report that vindicated him that he didn't eat it. Yeah.
So, but he protested. Oh, they did that report also vindicated. He protesting for job to the president house.
So therefore, it is serious, but it has mixed reactions, right? Other people will argue on the other side and say, we voted him. It was an overwhelming vote to go and represent us. And so he should be given the time, or she should be given the time to serve. And then we can remove her at the end of the tenure or time frame. Others will argue that no, we put in there to perform. If they can't perform, we'll get them out through the recall bill. Let's recall our lawmakers. We are the people's they are our direct representatives. And so if we recall them, it's a good thing, so that the other people serve as an example, so that they can be able to do what is right. And there's a whole concept note to this, as this legislative instrument.
Let's do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do it. Read the concept.
Yeah, sure. So there's the concept. Now, the problem, many Liberians elect senators and representatives, but after election day, there is no way to hold them accountable until next election. If an official abandons the country, breaks promises, or misuse funds, citizens must wait 6 to 9 years. This makes leaders less accountable to the people who elected them. Now, the solution, recall bill, the recall of legislators bill gives citizens a legal, peaceful way to remove an elected senator and representative before their term ends. It is not for any disagreement. It sets clear rules plus high standards, so it cannot be abused for politics. How it will work. 1. Reason. Citizens can start recall only for serious reason. Abandonment of county criminal conviction, violation of oath, or failure to account for public monies. 2. Petition registered voters in their district or county must sign a petition. Example, 25% of voters from last election must sign before process starts. This prevents small groups from misusing it. 3. Verification. National Elections Commission verifies all signatures to stop fraud. 4. Vote. If signatures are real, NEC organizes a recall election. Citizens vote yes or no. If 50% plus 1 vote say yes, the official is removed automatically. New election held within 90 days period. 5. Protection. An official cannot face recall if in first year of or last year of term. So it means when we just elect GIBAH, we can go do recall because that's the first
you don't know
year.
the performance.
And if we did not recall him up to the last year to election, we can also recall him. According to them, that's the concept and rationale behind this proposed instrument. Now, so why this bill helps Liberia? Accountability. That's 1, according to them. Leaders will know citizens have power, so they will stay closer to their people. 2, peace. It gives citizens legal way to act instead of protest or violence when leaders fail. 3, they counter power, counter opinion leaders plus citizens decide, not Morovia alone. Power returns to the people. 4, not against leaders. Good leaders have nothing to fear. If only targets those who abandon duties. Recall is not about removing leaders, it is about reminding leaders the power belongs to the people. So as we said, that is the concept, Sheriff, that is the concept behind this recall bill. And accordingly, it means a whole lot, right? It has pros and cons.
The pros and the cons, yeah.
The guys who are there, and you're proposing to them and say, we want to recall legislators who will underperform. Those underperforming lawmakers will fight it.
They will double up now.
No, they could fight it also for it to not survive. Others could say, yeah, but let's muster the courage.
Yeah. The will.
Let's do it.
The political
will. So that, because one of the takeaway from this concept notice that it does allow people to just run up capital, even though it is their constitutional right to peacefully assemble. But people will say we have the authority to remove this man through violent voter registration, signatures, and numbers. So let's solicit signatures. Let's go to NEC and file in, and we vote in our district.
Must get the signature. They require 50%.
Yeah, in terms of the vote when NEC organize it. But the solicitation of signature must be done first. Even normally now, in the absence of this proposed recall law, you have that process. That citizens will solicit signatures.
Is it 10,000?
Yeah, 10,000 above.
Okay. Does that constitute 50 plus 1?
No. The 50 plus 1 in this concept law is applying to after the signatures are solicited.
Okay, all right.
NEC will organize a small kind of process.
Okay. For
people who say they disagree to go there and vote yes.
Okay.
Because all that ballot paper they put there, recall yes or no.
Yes or no.
So the citizens
should we recall OBED, Senator OBED, or Representative Rogers?
Good.
Yes or no.
So somebody go put yes. The other people say no.
Okay.
Everybody say yes.
So it's like a referendum.
Very well. If it's 50% plus 1 vote, NEC automatically records that particular.
That means you, madam, you on your own.
It is a long process, not just saying I win one law because prove we move him. No, it's going to be a long process. But then after that comes 90 days for another election to be held. The financial aspect also means a lot. So those who are proposing this should also take into consideration the financial issue relative to this, right? NEC will organize eventually 2 processes or 2 elections, like a referendum, like you said, sorry for that. And then after 90 days, a runoff election, right?
But these are things that will be taken over. I'm not running you
with
off.
your legal mind.
But these are things, yeah. But it goes also to the legal committee.
Good.
Because for election, it has different committees, right?
Yeah.
So they will take it to the legal committee. They will take it the committee on election. Those are things. So I guess
this is what
the people who are proposing the CLEF, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They know, I'm sure, because the people behind this group, it's not just ordinary. Because Michael C.G. George, I don't know whether you know him, one of the progressive, a man who's been around. Yeah. So I guess he knows what he's doing. But you said the political will, because I'm of the conviction that the manner informed in which this issue of 5.1 and 5.2 passed by the House, it is now before the Senate for concurrence, right?
Yeah.
The code of conduct. So mustering the political will, encourage.
Yeah.
So
sure.
in my mind, is in the interest of the citizen.
It is.
And those who own Capitol Hill.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It is in the interest of the citizens and those on Capitol Hill as well. Yes, it is in the interest of the citizen to do so, to make a determination and say, we'll put you there, we can sack you if you are not performing. That nobody will say that when I wish on. Because I've seen people who say come.
Yes, been to Masale there.
Yeah.
We could recall them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is not out of hate to say,
No.
we hate the man. Because I asked him for my daughter pampers, he gave me pamper money, so we'll move him. No. It is based.
But that should not even be the discussion that somebody hates you. You're not performing.
Very well.
If I'm here and I'm not performing, I'm supposed to come to work, OBED. I don't show up. It's the decision of management have to stand.
Obviously.
Yeah, because nobody is above the country.
Obviously.
You and I will not above the radio station.
No way. No way.
So nobody is above the country. So if you're not performing, this is what the recall bill becomes necessary. If that proposal goes through, I don't know whether they will take it to the Senate first or to the House, whichever way. If it goes to the Senate, they concur the House of Elders. It will go to the House of Representatives.
Mr. Jones and his light must stand strong.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Jones.
Who? George.
Michael
C.G. George.
Mr. George and his team must stand strong to this.
They will lobby it.
Lobby. Get a very strong flow fighter.
People like Darius DeLong
to push this.
Yes, Senator DeLong.
Yeah.
These are the kind of proposal. What happened here?
Yeah, they need strong flow fighter.
To
push it.
I said, Senator DeLong, why? Is he not a flow fighter?
He is. Yeah, I mean, they just have to find people to push it up, right? And it's going to make some sense. And secondly, to these public officials who are contesting, we're just going to give people the time after the fast check segment to weigh in on these two things. Resign 2 years to prior to election.
51. What does 51 say?
And
because it's clear.
Let's run to it.
Yeah, because
now,
we got 2
title
seconds
of the bill, right? An act to amend section 5.1 and 5.2 of the National Code of Conduct by deleting the phrase desires to canvass or contest.
Let's hold it right there because we have a commitment. Let's go for the facts check right here. Don't you go away. It's KML Morning Live on the People Station. Time check is 8 o'clock.
Good day and welcome to the Fact Check segment where we debunk disinformation and provide you with the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. I am Siawe Miapu, and today we'll be fact-checking claims made in the last couple of days. On June 30, Jefferson Chison, a supporter of the Congress for Democratic Change, he claimed in a Facebook post that Delta Airlines had placed Liberia on its cargo embargo list and banned flights to the country. Chison made the claim in connection with the recent seizure of approximately $90 million worth of narcotics at the Roberts International Airport. To verify the claim, we reviewed information published on Delta Airlines' official cargo website. We found an October 23, 2024 notice stating that Delta has placed a complete embargo on all cargo to, from, or through Liberia and 11 other countries on data or data connection aircraft, regardless of the airway bill stock. However, the notice specifically refers to data cargo operations and does not relate to passenger flights. Furthermore, the notice does not state that Liberia has been banned from passenger travel, nor does it provide a reason for Liberia's inclusion on the cargo embargo list. A cargo embargo is not the same as a passenger flight ban. Our review also found that Delta Airlines suspended its passenger service to Liberia in 2014, citing weak passenger demand. Since that suspension, the airline has not resumed passenger flights to Liberia. Based on the available evidence, we conclude that the claim that Liberia appears on Delta Cargo's embargo list is correct. However, there is no evidence that Delta Airlines recently banned flights to Liberia or imposed a new passenger travel ban on the country since its 2014 flight suspension from Liberia. The cargo embargo placed on Liberia and other countries happened in October 2024, and it is not connected to the recent drug situation at the Roberts International Airport. And finally, on June 25, LWHC Managing Director Mo Ali, he claimed that the International Monetary Fund, thus the IMF, has projected a 5.5% growth rate for the Liberian economy in 2025. Ali made the claim while arguing that the United Party-led government is performing well economically, despite what he suggested was a lack of acknowledgement from the members of the opposition community. To verify the claim, we reviewed the IMF June 2026 staff mission statement following its review mission to Liberia. The IMF commended Liberia for maintaining macroeconomic stability and implementing key economic reforms, noting strong performance in the mining, manufacturing, and construction sectors. The fund projected that Liberia's real GDP growth will remain robust at 5.5% in 2026, driven largely by continued expansion in iron ore mining and other productive sectors. Based on these findings, we conclude that Mo Ali's claim is correct. This is all we have time for on this edition of the Fact Check segment. This segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Pram FM, and Kear Radio to counter this information and help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the electoral decision leading to the production of this fact check segment. We will be back with more fact check reports to help you know all the real facts. But if you want us to fact check a particular claim for you, please send us a text to WhatsApp on 0778 986778 and we will do the check-in for you. Also, follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, on Twitter at LVLFactCheck, and go to our website at www.localvoicesliberia.com. I am Siawe Miapu. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.
All right, facts check return on Friday. So it's on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday right here on Kear Morning Live, KNL. Time check is coming up to 6 minutes past 8 o'clock. Let's continue, and then we'll take a few calls on the issue. I have a commentary, very, very interesting commentary. In fact, the commentary we read yesterday, I think it also intertwined with this whole issue about election in the country. So yeah, let's
Okay, let's bring you this important
Okay,
announcement
LEC.
from LEC. This morning, the Liberia Electricity Corporation is pleased to inform the public uh, that it is collaborating with SYNAPT for the implementation of the smart metering program. The initial phase of the program will be carried out in Painesville and its associated feeders. As part of the process, joint teams from LEC and SYNAPT will begin conducting community engagement activities and customer data collection within the targeted areas. The smart meter comes with several advanced features, including geofencing technology. The meter automatically shuts down and can no longer work if it is removed from its registered or installed location. Two, tempered alert system. The meter automatically sends SMS alerts to LEC, Synapse, and the customer whenever tampering is detected. Three, automatic token automatic token loading. Customers no longer need to manually enter token codes when you purchase your electricity, as credit is loaded automatically onto the meter. 4. GPS tracking capability. The meter can be located through its GPS system, identifying its location when stolen. Following the customer data collection exercise, LEC and Synapse will commence the replacement and installation of smart meters. Customers who currently have a meter possesses proof of payment for a meter or whose meter was previously stolen with evidence will have their meters replaced free of charge by LEC. Customers without existing meters record will have their information collected and will be required to pay the applicable connection fees to be connected. For additional information, please contact the LEC Customer Care Hotline 4500 or visit LEC Head Office down Waterside. This announcement was brought in and signed by the management, Liberia Electricity Corporation. That does it. From that sport announcement, we will now move on in continuation of our discussion, our chip chat on two key issues, and of course, an article that will also interspice it for your contribution on the program. Those of you who are listening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the program. And of course, we're here to take you up until 10 o'clock this morning with more fascinating discussions. So, to two key issues that you Liberians should participate in. A group is calling on the lawmakers to accept a proposal that a legislator can be recalled through votes, through signatures by voters for lack of performance. What do you make of that? Do you think it's a great proposal that when these legislators are not performing their three cardinal responsibilities for which you vote for them at the legislature to go there and ably represent you, make law, and have oversight to better and strengthen our democracy in our country? A lot of you hold this assertion that, well, Liberia problem lies at the legislature because at the first and most powerful branch of government, they should set the record straight. They should determine how the rest of the other branches of government operates, because as they make the law, the other people interpret the law, the other people implement the law. It all starts with the legislature. They have the ability to summon any public official to court and say, come and give a reason why XYZ is not happening. They are powerful. So if they are not exercising those the authority, the constituted authority that they have, should we recall them? Should we, the citizens in our districts and counties, recall them and say, no, 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 Senator this, you're not working. Representative this, we will follow the laid down procedure of the law. We will test our democracy. We want to do this. What do you make of this proposal as read? And also with the issue of amendment in certain provision of the Code of Conduct 5.1 and 5.2. What is your take as well about that? And it is pushing for those who are public officials to resign, or there's a phrase in that particular document that says desires to canvass or contest. If you have the desire, it means you made up your mind. But at times, Sheriff, people can say, oh, they petition me, or I'm not thinking about contesting, I want to resign 2 years. That is the most critical aspect of it. Because, come to think of it, I'm a public official, I'm a minister. And then in my community, I'm doing one or two things, some humanitarian thing, reaching out to my community people. And I'm not thinking about contesting. Most of these people who are in the executive, that's their reliance. So they'll say, well, the people in my district just look at me one morning and say I should contest. And I accepted a petition. It was out of that I decided to contest. I did not come up with the desire for myself to contest.
So
it was out of
that
petition.
decision. It was hard for me to make that decision.
Yeah.
It was just petition.
It was petition.
That's skin.
So even though most of them pay people to petition them, they furnish people to petition them. And I mean, so we must critically look at it. In this context, especially with the Code of Conduct 5.2 and the National Code of Conduct, by deleting the phrase desire to canvass or contest and reaffirming mandatory vaccination requirement for government officials seeking elected public office. So appointed officials seeking elected public office will now move that desire to canvass and say it is mandatory that you resign. So whether a desire to canvass for public office or campaign, you must resign. Resign your position and go on your campaign trail to canvass for somebody. Resign your position, go and contest for public office. That is the phrase they're trying to delete. Now, the main objective of this bill is that the bill states that it is intended to remove ambiguity created by the phrase desires to canvass or contest. And that is the main idea or objective of it. Clarify that the vaccination is mandatory for all officials covered under Section 5.2A and B. Now, it retains the existing vaccination timeline already provided by the law. And that particular timeline promotes uniformity, clarity, and efficiency and enforceability of the Code of Conduct. Now, the key proposed changes in that particular amendment include the amendment to Section 5.1 of the Code of Conduct. The proposal deletes and reaffirms the phrase desire to canvass or contest, and the objective is to eliminate subjective interpretations about when an official is deemed to have shown an intention to run for public office. Now, the amendment to Section 5.2 says the bill rewrites the provision to state that all officials appointed by the President under Article 56A of the Constitution and under the government, other government officials covered by the section who canvasses or contests for elected office must resign within the prescribed time before the election. It is also preserved the existing deadline. Now, so official under Section 5.2A must resign at least 2 years before the election. Official under 5.2B must resign at least 3 years before the election, Sheriff. So additionally, it expressly deletes the phrase desire to canvass or contest. Throughout the code, it requires the vaccination rule apply uniformity to all officials. So in short,
could be clear, who falls under the category of 5.1, 5.2.
Yeah. So 5.1, those desires of contesting, right? You minister, you won't contest, you resign, right? Those who are intending to canvass, for example, you don't want to contest, but you want to go serve as campaign chairman, coordinator for campaign, so county, you have to resign 3 years to the time also. So it is time bound and it set a pace for uniformity according to the amendment of this. So I mean, it means a lot. And to delete that particular phrase, because most of them had under the phrase that says desire to canvass or contest. So that whole desire thing, my man, say that with a desire, it is mandatory that you resign.
Mandatory.
Yes.
That you resign. Once you fall under category 5.2, 5.1,
A and B.
A and B, you must resign. Mandatory. That not desire now. It is not in your will and pleasure or your purview to say,
so you
my desire.
You get me civil servant,
No.
man, you say you won't canvass the desire to do so or whatsoever. You wear campaign paraphernalia on t-shirt.
Yeah, no.
And you say that. So they're wonderful. 2 electoral things we'll talk about this morning. It means a whole lot. And these are things that you, the Liberian people, need to contribute to, because it means a whole lot to all of us. When these public officials have the chance, they make laws for themselves. So let's propose to them what we want. That we're doing the recall. You, the ordinary people, you, the civil society actors, we, the media, we need to educate you basically about these things. So
elevate the discussion.
Oh, obviously.
Yes,
obviously.
Yes. So what we do now, we take calls. Go ahead.
So
announce the numbers.
We could. Okay. Yeah. Let's.
You want something? You want to add up?
No. Let's take the number.
Okay.
Let's take the call. Sorry. 077795999. 0881-871-6700 959-959, and let's hear you this morning on the program. Let's know exactly what do you make of this proposed bill to the lawmakers by a civil society group that they could record, if accepted, a lawmaker for honor performance. To the line, this person on line 1. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Emmanuel Doe calling from the Moria Center prison.
Go ahead, Mr. Doe. Are you in a prison or you live around the facility?
I'm in a prison.
Are you an inmate or you a worker?
I'm an inmate.
Okay.
Go
ahead. Let's hear you, inmate.
Point of discussion, we still like we voted for lawmakers, but they are not actually doing the work. Even within our community with the justice issue, they are not pushing it for us. They just feel reluctant. They're doing their own this morning. They are in amazing action. We are not even seeing the lawmakers that we are voted for. So actually, we are really in pain. And yes, we always say we 3 years, 4 years, we don't know what justice be, and we see that we want to go to court, but they want to get all the court. We don't know. We don't know what we want our lawmakers there. Or we really here. We don't got no medical treatment, no medicine. We die here. People die here. When our brothers that pass off, or even we die here every day. People die here.
So what we will do, we'll have a separate conversation about what you people are going through in at the Monrovia Central Prison. I've followed a lot about that for some time now. Also,
we want to go to court. You give his money for 4 5 years.
On a pre-trial detention. Yeah.
No, and no computer board. Just bring people to say one step record. They just bring all the step people down here. We not only they arrest George on there. They say that George on there beginning what they arrest with $49, $8, $6. They are either 1 year, 2 years. Everybody men start on more on there. They get 8 years. We don't know who the country running now.
Okay. So the bill will give you the opportunity.
Okay, no problem. We'll be waiting at any time.
Thank you so much. Right. Let's take this person. This one. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, OBED, and let me say good morning to Jerry. This is Edmond Carr, a proud member of Concerned Liberians for Justice.
Go ahead, please.
You know, the law will always sound good, but the implementation aspect is what we will always look at.
Okay.
You know, because there are many laws here, and it's just there is nothing happening. Because for you to go in the lamb under the ring and vote for a representative of a senator, and then they go in there, what they do there only for themselves and their family. For them to even put a bill on the floor, for them to even put a communication on the floor, for them to even be able to make a good point in the house, it is a difficult task. But the question that will be, I see the guys and they are not there, like you guys are talking about, hey, We're looking at the financial aspect.
We'll bring them.
Because
We'll bring them. Mr. Carr, we'll bring them. Don't worry about that. They will sit right in the studio to, elaborate more.
Okay, so to conclude, because if we will go, the recall bill will allow a representative or senator to go. It's the government responsibility to honor the election. Instead of doing good, are we now be adding more harm to the Liberian people again? Because our country, what we do, some of the things we use it for witch hunt.
Okay.
People could be using it for witch hunt to target other people. So when they come, we hope that they will come so that we can talk more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Edmond, for joining us. Let's take another person on this line. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. An executive member of Concerned Librarian for Justice, civilized Pastor Peter McCauley.
Go ahead, Peter, you live.
Thank you. Obed, I want to say this to the civil society grouping which take the time, crafted a document. But you see, on the government, you can even, Jesus Christ, can even print a law apart from our constitution.
But it is not about just this government.
No, the government.
No, I'm saying this bill is not just about this government. Any other government that will come.
Okay, I'll start with the government.
Okay.
The federal government. Because the government in the founder of breaking down laws that already been placed in constitution. So even the civil society grouping carry that far decent law or bill that is a bill to them to look at it. They will not look at it. Because the government,
but at the legislature, you got opposition, you got members of the ruling party.
So take the executive out of it. This bill has to do with our lawmakers.
So the lawmaker, let me commend those guys that crafted the document. I'm very happy for that. But
so this is the point of discussion now. The point of discussion is, in your opinion, Peter McCauley, do you agree that if a lawmaker underperform, he should be
also not
in a job by underperform? Even we spend 5 days. The 5 days of government will come with records in the community with capital. That as long as he let me, as not good, he might 1 day or he might 10 days, I will do the one.
So the proposed law, if you are listening, said the first year you can't record the person because they were just
and the last
year also.
Okay, so any lawmaker after 1 year you perform, we the constituent, we have the right.
Yeah, you the constituent.
To solicit votes and then send it to the colleagues.
Okay.
With the 10,
thank you so much, Macaulay.
Thank you, Macaulay. Your time is out. Your time is out. Thank you so much. Let's take this one. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Obed. Good morning to the sheriff.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. This is me, Jimmy. I'm James Bond to Jeff around the Standard Bell this morning.
Okay, you live from Fendel. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, let me say thanks to you and for talking about this morning. That bill, perfect. But and then my worry is the lawmaker. It's not being that interest. So even if that bill going in the horse, and the follow the real put you to find the flow fighter to put that bill
to all of the men in that war, like to record it, like play.
The referendum because we're in an interest and that the guy they be against it for good and never in the past. Yeah, so for me, my fear is when I will push it because the politician anything like interest.
We have to push them to push it.
Yeah, they don't know, my brother. In the country I have for me. They don't to because they get 2, 3, 4 years get to the man. The man everything
Mana Bishop, yeah. Oh, another.
Yes, you know, he's sick. He's over contesting on it. He never whole says there. When come and give my brother, it's too simple, but thank you for the time, man.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's take another person on the line. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name and where have you called from?
Good morning, and deputy.
Good morning.
Well, my name is Mohammed Banzo Jr., a proud son of Lofa Sante and member of the Concerned Librarian for Justice. Well, I want to know whether the Senate this amendment that the representatives, bring to the table.
We didn't get you. Come again.
I said the Senate part of this.
Which one you mean? The amendment in the code of conduct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's your question?
He said as to whether the Senate is aware of it. The House is a bicameral legislature, so the legislature is a bicameral one. So up, down, up. So the both houses must agree on a particular.
The House
instrument.
has passed it.
Yeah, so
it goes to the Senate for concurrence.
Very good. So that's it. Yeah. Y'all more than front and bicameral.
Yeah.
You put it in that. You take picture in front, you will take picture behind. All right. So
you understand?
He left the line.
Okay, that person left the line.
Yeah. 077-959-959 0881871-670 are the numbers. Let's hear you this morning, folks. Those of you who are following, I got a good friend and brother, Officer Manting of the Liberia National Police is following this morning. Thank you so much for following us on the program right here on Kear Radio 95.9. We have a commentary coming up. Let's go to the MTN line.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that idea is very good. It's very brilliant. But what happens is, whenever those things are passed and taken to the House, those guys don't actually agree. So what we do as a citizen media correspondents, we just got to use Article 15, gathering evidence and support ourselves. One thing I know is citizens are very powerful in the government. So when we stand as a citizen and support it, I'm sure it will work.
Okay.
So thank you for breaking this brilliant thing on your radio. It's my first time following all these things. So I'm very happy. So we got to stand. Yes, we got to stand. My name is Peter Z. Davis. I'm calling from
Mr. David, we can assure you that we are on Mondays to Thursday, but the program runs from Mondays to Friday. But this team, the sheriff and deputy, will give you a juicy breakfast. So every morning, weekday, listen to Kear Morning Live, KML. Invite your friends also, because we discuss, like we say, from the slump of Sodiway to the top of the executive mansion. Thank you so much for participating.
Thank you.
Okay. Keep your calls coming, Obel.
Yes, on 077-959-959. Also on our orange line right here this morning. Abraham Yue writes and says, good morning, Mr. GIBAH. Thanks so much for the wonderful job. I don't know what you wanted to say. Okay, it's a tip. Okay, thank you so much. Emmett Hammond said he's following us from Clark City, that's in Magibi County.
Okay.
Mick Leminu, that's Laminu, sorry. Lick Laminu Kamara said he's following from Cardwell this morning. KML family. Thanks so much for joining us, Laminu. Henry T. Todd Jr. says, I'm watching you from my residence in Upper Cardwell. Thanks for the information of our country, Mama Liberia. OG Will is watching. He says, good morning to you. Emmanuel Bro says, good morning, DJ Rogers, watching from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the USA. Emmanuel Bro is saying good morning to you.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Yeah, Masale S. Abraham said the prediction is okay. Well, I think we did that already. All right. So let's continue the conversation, and at 8:45 we will flip to the local dailies right here this morning.
Yeah, be a part of the discussion. It concerns all of us. The proposal, the issue of the code of conduct 5.2. I mean 5.1, 5.2. It is not by your will now.
Yeah,
your desire.
The amendment deletes that phrase that says desire to canvass or contest. That one ain't happening again.
Yeah, ain't happening again.
So resign 2
once
years.
the Senate concur, then that desire that it will be lit. So
our son Momo said he's following from Minnesota, the USA. Our son Momo, thanks so much for joining us. If you want to participate, we have a WhatsApp line. We're putting it out for you
in the diaspora.
To participate on these issues of paramount concern right here on the program.
So let me just announce the number +231 777 595 595. Like you're in Minnesota or Minneapolis, the Twin City, wherever you are, navigating time check is coming up to 29 minutes, going up to the hour. 8:45 is the local daily segment right here on KML. Keep your calls coming and let's discuss Liberia. It's about Liberia. The proposed bill to recall and the amendment in the Code of Conduct 1.2, I mean, 5.15.2. So, yeah. So, Obed,
Yeah,
as we await, as we await calls. Good morning, Ma Sisi, Ma Josephine, and all our Oma them. Times are so hard. So don't forget the prediction. You walk away 2 bags of rice, you get $20 for soup on that day. 4 days, Obed say to the celebration. You can walk away. Predict how many countries, the countries that will go to the last 16, the 8, the 4, and the grand finale. Emmanuel B. Davis, a man who loves football. In fact, he's a regular follower. Wherever we go, he follows. So he's now glued. He said, I'm driving to town and I'm just glued to Kear Radio, listening to the platform. The Juicy Breakfast will bring you those issues that matter, setting Liberia's agenda. The deputy and the sheriff, we're here to serve you breakfast straight up to 10 o'clock. On the flip side, of course, Otabi Toga Williams will join us. A proposed bill built by a civil society group to recall lawmakers who flunk, who are not performing to expectation. So we are watching, and of course, people say they don't believe that the lawmakers will pass that bill. But let's give it a try. If Liberians are serious about democracy, about the survivability of the people, I'm sure the lawmakers on Capitol Hill, I mentioned not Otabi, but Daros Delon, people like Daros Delon, Nyantwanya, and how you call him, Borchas, Senator Sogbe. Those are flow fighters. They fight on the floor for those issues that affect the people of this country. What is your interest? What are your thoughts on the issue of the amendment in the Code of Conduct? The desire scratch, deleted. So it is not your desire. It will be mandatory that if you want to contest, you have to resign. If you fall under category 5.15.2, one says 2 years prior to election. The other say, 3 years prior to the election. So the commerce minister wants to contest.
Yeah.
She wants to contest. So by next year, she has to resign. Isn't it? Because does she fall under which category is she? 5.1 or 5.2?
Yeah.
The Minister of Commerce.
Yeah, 5.1.
She falls under 5.1. And what does it say? Let's educate the people.
2 years.
2 years. So she has 2 years prior to the election. She will have 2 years prior to the election to 10 and 3 years says what? 3 years, because the commerce minister, you said 2.
Yeah, that desire to contest. Yeah, to canvass, sorry. Yeah, so once you want to canvass, like you're going out there to do munya, or I would say you resign.
You came mama, you came papa.
I vote for you.
You no bow, you not no bow.
You resign.
You owe, you not owe.
You put all your strategies together and you go canvass.
Yeah, but you can't say that there for 6 freaking years and you say that the desire, they say they move from the it's crashing.
They delete it.
They delete it. So the senators now, it is going before they say, I'm sure, I have no fear or no doubt whatsoever.
That will be a knock sound.
Yes, that will be a knock sound from the Senate, because I like the Senate. You know, you notice something, Obed, I could be wrong, but Liberians are not really criticizing the folks at the House of Elders. But that place, we've been to Masale, and how they call the other one, somebody need you call Masale. What? One of them, one of the caller called the person, mentioned that person is a Fisi. He said one of the Fisi lawmaker.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
Yeah, the caller said the person called. I just the name slipped. But one of the but there are many there. And what we need to do, Obed, we need to get the names of those flunkies. Those people who, sorry, we missed this call, but those people who are just there, they go to session, they sleep. No impact. Tuesdays and Thursdays. They go there, nothing, and we pay them. You and I get up early in the morning. Teachers, right? Mothers and fathers, sweepers, those who clean the street, they go out early in the morning, 5:30, 5:45, you see them cleaning the street. How much do they go home with? How much? How much?
Nothing.
So people are not calling, but people are listening. You know that? They are listening. So what we're going to do, let's navigate. We'll continue to talk. We'll get Mr. Marcus C.G. George and his team to come here to expand on it. Where will the funds come from? That's key. Liberians want to know. Somebody said, well, once it's in the interest of the Liberian people, the government will make the funds available. This on the issue of the recall bill.
Yeah.
And this is something we're not going to stop discussing. We need to tell people every day that if you want to contest, that desire has been deleted. And once the Senate concur, pass, sign and into hand bill, is a law. You must confirm to that law. Yes. So, can we go to the? Let me see if I can use the time. Whether we absorb the 10 minutes to this commentary.
Okay.
Very interesting. Then we go for the local dailies. Otavim, our friend, may say bringing breakfast. My madam. Okay. The real battle for 2029 has already begun, says a commentary written by a prolific writer, Boniface Satu. Boniface Satu was the former chief executive officer, or is the former chief executive officer of the Royal Front Liberia. Why Alexander Cummings' appearance in Grand Jide could change Liberia's political conversation. Discussion based on a commentary by Boniface D. Satu, BMA MS, from where we sit, the Reader's Digest Commentary Network. Good morning, Liberia. Welcome. Another edition of a national political discussion. Today, let's examine one of the most talked about political developments in recent weeks. Alexander Cummings' keynote address at the Congress for Democratic Change 22nd anniversary celebration in Zedru Grand Jide. His appearance has ignited or generated praise, criticism, skepticism, and hope. Some have described it as political wisdom. Others have called it a serious political miscalculation. But perhaps the biggest question is not whether Alexander Cummings was right or wrong, Mr. Deputy. Perhaps the real question is whether Liberia is asking the right political questions. That is the premise of today's commentary by Boniface D. Satu, entitled "The Real Battle for 2029 Has Already Begun." The commentary does not seek to endorse Alexander Cummings or criticize him. Rather, it uses his appearance in Grand Jide as a starting point to examine a much larger national issue, the future direction of Liberia's democracy. There are two schools of thought emerging from this event. The first argues that Alexander Cummings made the correct political decision. Supporters contend that any Liberian who aspires to become president must be prepared to engage every major political constituency. They argue that engagement should never be confused with endorsement and that dialogue should never be interpreted as surrender. The Congress for Democratic Change remains one of Liberia's largest political institutions with an established national grassroots network. From that perspective, speaking to CDC supporters is neither unusual nor inappropriate. It is part of democratic leadership. Supporters further argue that Liberia has become increasingly polarized and that political leaders have a responsibility to reduce division rather than deepen it. KNL. Following the anniversary celebration, representatives Representative Musa Hassan Belete, political leader of the Citizen Movement for Change, issued a public statement that expanded the discussion even further. Mr. Belete argued that if opposition leaders are to work together again, it cannot simply be about replacing one government with another. Any future collaboration, he suggested, must be built upon governance, competence, integrity, transparency, discipline, and a shared national vision. Mr. Deputy, I hope you're following. If that philosophy becomes the basis of future political cooperation, then Grand GIBAH may ultimately be remembered for something much larger than a party anniversary. There is, however, another equally important perspective. Critics believe Alexander Cummings committed another political miscalculation. They point to the history of the collaborating political parties, the disagreements that follow, the legal disputes surrounding the Memorandum of Understanding, and the eventual collapse of opposition cooperation. Some argue that after his electoral performances in both 2017 and 2023, Mr. Cummings should focus on strengthening the Alternative National Congress independently rather than revisiting coalition politics. OBED, do you agree? Should strengthen the Alternative National Congress, then revisiting collaboration because of what happened with the CPP. But let's continue. Other believes his appearance risks confusing voters about his political direction and raises questions about whether Liberia is simply repeating political strategies that have already failed. These concerns deserve serious consideration. Yet today's commentary argues that perhaps both supporters and critics are focusing on the wrong issue. Instead of asking whether Alexander Cummings made the right political calculation, perhaps Liberia should be asking a much bigger national question. What kind of government should Liberia build? According to the commentary, Liberia's greatest challenge is no longer deciding who becomes president. The greater challenge is deciding how Liberia should be governed. That observation shapes the entire discussion. For nearly 2 decades, Liberia's politics has largely been dominated by competition between the Unity Party and the Congress for Democratic Change. Both parties have governed the republic. Both have contributed to Liberia's democratic evolution. Both have participated in peaceful constitutional transfer of power. Yet, despite changing governments, many of Liberia's structural changes remain. Youth unemployment continues to threaten national stability. Agriculture or poverty remains widespread. Agriculture has not reached its productive potential. Industrial development remains limited. Infrastructure development continues to face interpretations or interruptions whenever governments change. Public institutions often struggle to maintain continuity during political tensions. Liberia does not simply have a political party problem. Liberia has a governance system problem, a continuity problem, an institutional reliance problem, a resilient problem. The republic has become increasingly proficient at changing governments. It has not become equally proficient at changing outcomes, national outcomes. Every administration introduces new priorities. Every administration recognizes institutions. Projects slow down, policies change. Momentum is interrupted. The nation repeatedly begins again. The country achieves sustained economic transformation, by restarting its national development agenda every electoral cycle. The commentary then asks another important question. How should the Unity Party interpret what happened in Grand Jide? Should the ruling party dismiss it as ordinary opposition politics, or should it recognize if that opposition leaders began organizing around their governance, institutional reform, economic transformation, and accountability rather than personalities? Then political competition itself begins to change. Instead of competing through slogans, political parties will compete through performance. Instead of debating personalities, they will debate policy. Instead of promising change, they will explain how they intend to deliver measurable national results. The commentary argues that this will strengthen Liberia's democracy because it raises the standard for everyone, not only the opposition, but the government as well. This is where Boniface Satu introduces what he calls the Terling. The Terling is not another political party. It is not another coalition. It is a governance philosophy. It argues that Liberia should begin building institutions stronger than political personalities, policies that survive changes in government, development strategies that continue regardless of which political party wins election. Government should be evaluated not by campaign slogans or political appointments, but by measurable outcomes. How many productive jobs were created? How much agriculture production increased? How many businesses expanded? How much value was added to Liberia's natural resources? How much stronger did public institutions become? How much did household incomes improve? Those, according to the commentary, are the questions that should define the road to 2029. Whether Alexander Cummings ultimately becomes president is a decision for the Liberian people. Whether opposition parties eventually unite is a decision for political leaders. Neither may be the most important question before the Republic. The defining question is whether Liberia is prepared to move beyond permanent political welfare and embrace a governing philosophy capable of delivering sustained economic transformation. Mr. Deputy, perhaps history will remember Grand Jide not because one opposition leader addressed another opposition party. Perhaps it would remember it because it challenged Liberians to begin asking better questions about governance, accountability, continuity, and national development. The real battle for 2029 is therefore not simply between political parties. It is between two competing visions for Liberia. One continues the cycle of changing governments while producing largely the same national outcomes. The other seeks to build systems, strengthening institutions, preserve continuity, and deliver lasting economic transformation. That is the discussion before us today. We invite you to read a full commentary by Boniface Satu, reflect on its arguments, and join this important national conversation. Okay, so has the real battle for 2029 already begun? The answer belongs to the Liberian people. Mr. Deputy, what a commentary.
Yes, a nice one there. These are political actors, and once these pundits write
country, but hope is stronger than our pain. We'll rise again, rebuild again. We'll break these heavy chains, unconscious leaders fade away. But Liberia will find her day, my homeland, my heart, I keep praying.
Oh yes, my homeland, keep praying. How did we fall from a country of hope, inspiration, to uselessness, hopelessness, and desperation, destitute? I mean, the people, they have lost their way. Unconscious leader, leading the blind, leaving the people far behind. Where are we going, fellow Liberians? A song written by Abraham Parker, a regular listener or follower. Kear Morning Live, KML time check is 25 minutes past the hour. And the last time we talked to OBED, that's OBED talked to Otavi. He was around he's in the house. The former vice president for the PUL, Otavi Toga Williams, is coming with the breakfast. He said he's ready. He's coming. He's been. I had to take him out, bring him from sabbatical. One. Okay. Okay, 2 and 3. Okay. So Mr. William is in the house. But Mr. William, thanks for coming out of your sabbatical. You want to take a breather? Okay. He wants to take a breather. Otavin Toga Williams. Yeah.
Jail several times.
Incarcerated.
But now
and one of the men who incarcerated on multiple occasions, Tony
Justin. Currently.
Was it
like
Tony Lawa.
Oniyama. Pela
construction. I'm a boy co-op in it.
What? They say they sue you attachment.
Anywhere they find you, you're on your own. Okay, so let's begin on this note. Otami, good morning.
Well, Roger, good morning, and Obed Chiva, good morning. And I mean, you took me off. I actually
took you off guard.
Yeah, Roger. Sometimes, my man, you talk to think about the frustration. You guys are doing extremely well, I should admit, because sometimes you feel very terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Believing that the system will change, and obviously we're doing the same thing over and over and again.
Okay, but let me start with because the 26 minutes past the other our Kear Morning Live, and we apologize on behalf of our colleague, the former vice president of the Press Union of Liberia. But it's KML. Continue watching, viewing, or listening. This is your sheriff and the deputy sheriff OBED GIBAH. I want to start on this note. Former President Salif calls for specialized anti-corruption court warns against culture of impunity. Ego. Father. Former Liberian President Ellen Johnson Salif has called for the urgent establishment of a specialized anti-corruption court in Liberia, warning that corruption continue to undermine national development if those accused of graft are not prosecuted swiftly and effectively. Speaking as keynote speaker, the National Anti-Corruption Policy Dialogue organized by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia Central and his partner Salif said Liberia has built key accountability institutions over the years, but enforcement remains the country's weakest link. Reflecting on her administration, Salif recalled that upon taking office in 2006, she inherited a nation where corruption was largely an operating system, prompting her government to establish and strengthen institutions such as the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the Internal Audit Agency, the IOIEA, the General Auditing Commission, and the Public Procurement and Concession Commission. Mr. Former Vice President, who's talking here?
Well,
who's talking here?
Rogers,
Ellen Johnson Salif talking about impunity.
Yeah, I think that is political hypocrisy, and a shared personal presidency molestation to President Joseph Walker. And I think President Salif is not being honest to us. she had 12 years of her administration. While it is true that Braga is stumbling and struggling and having some challenges because no one's seen, obviously. President Salif had 12 years. President Salif's first 6 years, she actually set the pace, set the agenda. President Salif failed when she brought her son.
So in short, in other words, that was the turning point.
Yeah. President Salif, her statement, if I was a journalist and having a conversation with former President Salif, I think the conversation was going to be cut off. I'm telling you.
Why?
It was going to be cut off because I was going to say to her, President Salif, you do not think this is sheer hypocrisy? She had 12 years. Anybody to carry Ladro forward and to actually set the standard and the basis was President Salif. Her second 12 years was a concentration of her son. 6 years, I mean. Her second 6 years was a concentration of her son, Robert Salif, and that is why she was unable to
not just Robert, not some of his friends, like Amara Kone.
Yeah.
When they came
the entire Robert Salif surrounding.
Dynasty there.
Yeah. So, to say that she's talking about fast track, man, as soon as I just pass, I know listening. So I know how it ended in fact. Because look, there are certain things I don't waste my energy and time on, Roger. But I'm saying it was dishonest to us. In the statement she even made, she needs to apologize to us.
So what the exact quote?
Man, wait, you see, that it is time and President Salif, Braga needs to muster the courage to fast track the anti-man. Now, President Salif was talking yesterday to Kofi Woos, that Kofi Woos will take responsibility of public works, and Robert Salif was going to take responsibility of his corruption.
Her son, former Salif, with the Korean people.
Look, I think what we're doing, like I said, Roger, we're doing the same thing
Repeating.
over and again and again.
So no result.
We're not making progress as a nation.
Mr. Commissaire.
We're not making progress. So look, for example, go to 1 or 2 positions from President Salif first term, Bob Akali, the technical mistake made my brother Ebi Kroma Wenki. He may even thought that was the same mistake. Even when the technical 1 or 2 positions, the same mistake. Go to corporate institutions. Go to government institutions. We're not making progress as a nation. And sometimes I thought not to blame the presidency too much. I have said over and over, Liberia problem is the national legislature. But you know where it starts from?
I say to you, just to add up, I say to you, the judiciary and the legislature.
Yeah. But no, the judiciary, I will come to the judiciary. Let's go to the legislature. When the legislature cross to the executive, and they'll come to the judiciary. The legislature, you know the reason why the legislature is a problem for us? We, the electorates, the people who sent on Capitol Hill, we made them the big problem for us and Google made for us. The pattern we use in electing our lawmakers are one of the most deadly patterns ever in the world. Liberians.
So why you say that? So what would be your suggestion?
OBED, GIBAH and Daniel Rogers going to election. District 8, for example. Daniel Rogers caught the shots. OBED GIBAH is competent, but he got no money. Goes to campaign to talk to the people. The people want Rogers now because Rogers are liquor water there.
Because he sells drugs. Rogers
whether he's competent, he's not competent.
Because he sells drugs.
Yeah, I'm seeing some placard. One man selling onion and chicken and pepper. Where big old chin, he say he won't be lawmaker. Trust me. The Liberian boy let that man over competent and serious person.
Even the pastor won't be lawmaker.
Exactly.
He put a breach. I know, my God.
Someone one guy walk with me from up to my place. Then 10 persons spoke to me. Say, "Mama, you can't control." I said, "Listen to me." You go for you, but walk again.
That is same nonsense. Somebody told me this way. I said,
Tell me.
I beg you.
I'm not having any interest to be lawmaker.
We won't petition you.
Yeah.
Because we know your ability. I swat. I say you can't cause my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what you can't tell me.
So the people we so because of that, when I elect OBED, instead we'll go after Rogers because Roger will leave something there.
You can buy bag of rice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether he's competent. I mean, go look at some of the people. And someone was saying, the competent people. But man, the problem for us is we have more, what word should I use? Unintelligent or uninclined people in Liberia, the inclined people. But on the other side, there are certain words getting escape. We got more stupid people in Liberia than sane people. So it's giving you a hard time.
So your nationality, that what? I want to ask you for your nationality.
Well, man,
No, I'm asking you that 12th grade student or graduating student or prospective graduate.
Yeah.
What's your nationality? Oh, my wife, I can tell the
So the unprepared people, Rogers, the unprepared people are making decisions for the prepared people because they are in the numbers.
Yeah, the majority.
But
Otavin,
so this is the problem we're having as a nation. Look, sometimes I even want to nationalize myself as Sierra Leone.
Otavin, how could you say that? Well, the fact is that we also have legislators up Capitol Hill, very sound, very great, flow fighter, and pushing
some lawmakers
as well. But you blame
it minority.
You blame it to the voting population of our society.
They're causing the problem.
But where is the problem coming from? Is it that they're making bad decisions, or the education to vote who in power is the issue here? Because sometimes the person can say, I'm the Messiah, I'm a saint.
But then you
based on their track records,
exactly.
They are voted. When they get up Capitol Hill, it's a whole different thing. Why should we blame the ordinary people for the changes up Capitol Hill?
Why should we not blame them?
Of our legislator.
Why should we not blame them?
He's casting
who making the decision?
Who elect them? Who make the decision? Electing who?
I come to you, clean. You vote for me, I go up Capitol Hill, I change.
No, I should know whether you clean or not because we live in the same community.
Otavi, let me say something to Obed.
I should know.
I live in District 8.
Okay.
I vote in District 8. It's my mother and I.
Okay.
So I told the young people that do not vote for Akara's grave. I told them, I was clear. Vote for Tama the Minus, Ishmael Sheriff.
That was your interest.
Yeah.
No,
at the time.
That's my interest, but I know what he brings
to the table.
To the table. There's a man who lived, bred, grew up in the community. He reached out to people. In the community. And you know what the guy said, oh, my people, Roger, and our man will carry whether you elect or not. After they elected him, we'll go meet in creation. I carry my group there, my man, all body. Oh, people will say, oh, yeah, Akara's grave on the other side there. Y'all go there. So it is the people. It is the people. I remember the Gion Randall, the late Gion Randall. He wanted to contest. And there's a man who was providing, I don't know what they were paying for the current. They using his generator. He was providing. We have
that let me know what difficult.
Well, difficult.
Yeah.
He was using his generator. Maybe they were paying, but at least he consented. And not like Gloria Mususka, who have 45 kVA when she was justice minister, living 16th Street. You remember? She refused to get one person current. But this man gave current to the people. And when it came to election, who did they vote for? Who did they vote for? We say, oh, that man, wait, man. They start describing him.
Yeah.
The man fat, the man can eat. The man Gion Randall, they voted for Muna Pelham.
Yeah, Roger, let me say something
That
to
the
you.
people,
Let me say
whether you like it or not, Obed, the people are responsible.
Let me say some of the reasons why some of us goes into sabbatical. We have realized that this country don't like what they call GOOD, good, or in bold letters. We have realized that this republic will let BAD,
bad,
or in bold letters. Go to the legislature, we'll have rebels.
Thieves.
Someone's giant, I'll call names. I got no fear. Someone's giant Nimlin Lord.
Okay.
George Bole, Model. Model, the head of the Model. Someone's Yaya Nimlin. There is a documentary called Atrocity Committed in Liberia from 1989.
Kabila General was Associate Justice.
Yes, from 1989 to 2003. There is a documentary conducted by the United States government. Go to that documentary, you will see actual perpetrators of the Liberian civil crisis.
I will Google
there
it.
Were some massacres.
There
are some massacres. And Rogers, that you not even remember. When you go to that document, you will find it. Some names that are rolling around, they are the makers, the shakers, and the movers today. You see some names, I swear to my old God, they will creep you.
But the people don't care.
These are the people that are making the decisions.
But electors don't care.
No, but these people,
These are the
to
people
some
that are making
extent, are
the
making
decisions
impact in society.
How do you expect war crimes to come?
These people are making impact in society.
Who people? Who people making impact?
See that stand. See what they do at the legislature. You single out Thomas Nimlen. Let's talk about his impact.
Remember George Bole told you he got no regret for killing our people?
Is him impactful at the legislature?
What that George Bole?
Who impactful?
He stay there?
Thomas Nimlen.
Thomas Nimlen?
Yeah. No, George Bole stay there?
No, don't hear my hip.
George Bole stay there?
The people pay people for doing evil. They Prince Yellow have not died. You're going to be long because until Jesus
kingdom come.
His justification has been.
But let me
defending my people.
Which country is this?
Okay, let me
which
just.
Country is
Obey.
this?
Let me ask.
I don't see good.
Let me just ask
Mr.
William. I want to ask you, and I'm disappointed. As a Liberian, right? Obey, I'm disappointed because the surrounding of the president, people who were trained. Today we talk about the issue of corruption.
Okay.
Mysterious death, rampant looting and corruption in our country. Who advises the president or who advises the president on national security? Who is that? Who is that? Isn't it Kofi Woods?
Of course. So,
the man from the Justice and Peace Commission under the stewardship of Michael Bakala Francis. He sits at the executive mansion and advises. What sort of advice is he giving the president?
So you see sometimes we have a cash situation, Rogers. And in our very profession. And that's why I was tempted to write the last time on Facebook. I'm not Facebooking. I don't usually write on Facebook. I only observe and read. When we were in our prime in journalism and holding state actors, newspaper, you may call them, their feet to the fire. Our own friends in the media was calling us blackmailer.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. And I was telling about our journalists before we tuned in Lawa. I'm not from Bapolu, but I wrote on the Bapolu road that the road was in error and tuning Laos was unable to provide any solution for the people. I was sued with quote unquote attachment, something which is even far from the law. That the judiciary, and I will come to that part.
I wish we had a time.
The judiciary is a whole day, Roger, because if we're not careful, that next will bring war in this republic, like judiciary, from the manner and form in which they're proceeding.
How?
Land grab, sell, and moving. Land grab. It's a whole.
I remember you and I were discussing before we came on.
Look, I tell you, you know who's responsible for the land? It's a whole jihadist group that is feeding. The same land grab happening here, it's happening in Sierra Leone, it's happening in Guinea, it's happening in Africa. It's a whole cartel. And you know who they're using from within? They're using the citizens from within. They are grabbing gradually. You see how Africa, you see the war, how the war looking, you see African, leave my country, go to this place. It's a whole breeding cartel. But look, the disappointing thing is,
let's talk about Kofi Woods. I mentioned Kofi Woods.
I
mentioned Kofi Woods. I want you to touch on him.
The human rights issue. Okay. We'll come to the human rights issue. When you try to be critical, when you try to do what you have to do in the interest of the republic, they're also running as your enemies the first case. I was that from Babulu. I grew in Basame. And do my mother from Riverside, my father from Picnic Green Crew County. The whole way my family.
So you and we are from the same country.
Yeah. So
did you start coming from the same region? But did you start coming from 1975? You arrived in 1979.
So we go advocate for Babulu people, right? The Babulu people, the people start insulting you. The men are blackmailer. You get road today, Babulu, you get road.
I beg you.
You know how many government gave that man for that place? You know how many million? 100 plus. You don't have a road. So today the man is indicted by LACC. Later on LACC come and say the man is steal. Then what means you indicted somebody? You remember the same Babolo Road issue at that time where Judy Moore was minister. After Judy Moore left, Kofi Woods became minister, and there were issues at the Public Works Ministry. We are all the Rickman Road. They're here today. We're going to take 2 months before we try to find out who were carrying drugs to the airport, who are not carrying drugs to the airport. My men were all things, but the next day we finished who all were in a holding. today we gotta be guestation. So both guesting, so both thinking, so both look, Rogers, we as a nation we have to be serious from the church, from the mosques. Man, go to any organization, so you know straight say well, who the royal meeting is.
Yeah.
President of the Republic of Liberia, I served as vice president. When President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was administering the oath to us on that fateful day, she said we should uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Union.
Yeah.
We should be quite answerable to the membership. Intellectual institution.
But let me hold you.
Be answerable to the membership after Eric says more.
Let me
answerable.
Hold on.
Try to raise the prayer. Somebody say
Otabi.
What we
Otabi, let me hold you there. She administered the oath of office
to
you guys. She also swore to an oath. Listen, she also swore to an oath that I, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, do solemnly swear that I will protect, I will uphold, bear true faith and allegiance, conscientiously. I will discharge, faithfully and impartially discharge the duty of the office to the best of my ability. So help me God. For 12 years, what did we see here? But let's go to Kofi Wu's.
Yeah, Kofi Wu's issue. When you around the presidency, sometimes it's a cloudy situation. You know, the president got security advisor, you got investor advisor, you got advisor everywhere.
Legal advisor.
He said they can create multiple.
It is a bit difficult situation, but I think the human rights Kofi Wu should be speaking on issues because there are too much issues that needed to be spoken to.
Such as
the human rights, the police director is overreacting.
How?
How? No,
let Otavi tell us how.
The police director is overreacting in most of the issues.
What are those issues?
You have to be moderate.
But no, what are the
issues? You have to do law enforcement instead of acting on impulses or impulse. Law enforcement that we read or reading, it has to do with professionalism. It's not to do with what I learned.
So are you saying he's not professional?
No, he's not acting professional. He's not. As a matter of fact, if you actually do a detailed study about Gregory Coleman, he got no formal training in policing. Of course.
But they did not do criminal justice?
No.
Then how did he arrive?
When Madam Sirleaf was about to give Gregory Coleman his police job at police director, they're saying to have all the usual and regular cosmetic issue, he came back with me in police director. In matter
at Harvard, what did he do at Harvard?
Maybe law enforcement, something. Moment at 2-3 months in there. Forget about that. You're not meaningful. You're not impactful and meaningful. It's just intended to clear out the CVs. So we say they make it for
Harvard. Administration, one or two runs the police.
But we know all the but the one or two runs the police. But then the director needs to be knowledgeable about what he needs to do, and that's why you see the police losing in a lot of cases because the director is acting emotionally instead of professionally. You have to start.
Okay. Is it against orders to favor members of the ruling establishment, or how?
Then that is why it is difficult for some of us.
Do you see a partisan police on a Gregory?
I don't see it, but no, I don't want to blame.
I'm just asking. Do you see a partisan? Because most people, the public, say
it is not a partisan.
It's a partisan police that Gregory Coleman is running.
No, it is not a partisan police. He overly reacting and trying to prove loyalty. And if I don't like people like that.
Loyalty to who?
You try to create an impression like I'm working.
So how do you divorce that from what?
As a matter of fact, Gregory Coleman,
because loyalty comes with no.
Roger,
how do we distinguish loyalty and partisan?
Rogers, as a matter of fact, Gregory Coleman was not associated with the Unity Party during the campaign period. So he cannot be a
Where was he?
He was a Cummings, your man Cummings.
Your man Cummings. But I will not put my hair on the chappy bowl.
Gregory Coleman.
No way, Otabi. I will not put my hair on the chappy bowl for him.
So
all our get men.
So Gregory Coleman, same gay. They were all Cummings as security, extra security, or providing security consultancy with
which was not a crime.
No. And I think the last time he charged this and I met 2 months to election was I shot. And I told him that I was not following Cummings. I was not following our men.
Who are men?
Our men.
But you're United Party
of
people.
Course, and I have no regret.
He supported United Party.
No. But he told you, I know.
They interviewed me from Bunker.
And listen, it was speculation that the president was saying to the Ministry of Information as one of the deputies there. So he's angry now because the president is not. Are you angry? Are you an angry person?
No, I'm not angry. But
let's be real.
I'm not angry.
Are you angry with the president because he did not send you to the Ministry of Information?
Roger.
My man, you see Daniel Sano?
No, man.
You not see Daniel Sano of late?
Okay, but fast forward to this drug,
because we don't have time
to this 19 million drug boss. What's your take on having?
We can go
there. We haven't heard your opinion basically on
the drugs issue.
On the drugs issue. Let's do a comparative analysis in summary about the previous administration, how they handled the drug saga, the current one, and we're still hearing about millions of dollars worth of illicit drug, transnational crime in our country. What does it mean?
That is not a good thing for us as a nation. But the Justice Minister, and like Roger and I were talking yesterday, I like to take on this stand to advise the Justice Minister.
Okay.
Not to get in the way of the investigation or believing that he can have or protect Daniel Rogers or Octavio.
But is he protecting people?
No,
he's giving an advice.
That are meant for up the hill.
Yeah. My brother. Yeah. Because doing that will damage his entire generation.
Okay. Let's speak to the microphone.
The Americans do not play with drugs, money laundering, and in fact, if the Liberians do not know today, let me see. It was not the DA that arrested the drugs.
Yeah, sure.
They got tipped off.
It was not the DEA. The DEA was part of the cartel.
How you say that?
Yeah, our national security was compromised on the drugs issue.
When
it was international security backed by the United States government.
You say our security, meaning the joint security.
The joint security.
How?
Eh?
How?
Amen. Roger,
I'm asking you a direct question.
Therefore, another time, Wednesday will be good for us.
Wednesday, Monday or Wednesday?
Yeah, let's do straight 2 hours.
No, let's do Monday.
Yeah, we'll start from the legislature.
Yeah, then we navigate our way. Yeah. So a marathon discussion. So a marathon discussion.
So we have more time.
So then we're not going to take calls. We're not taking calls.
We'll take calls.
You want to take calls?
Yeah, you can take calls.
No, I'm saying you want us to take calls because you say we'll do a marathon on Monday.
We'll use 1 hour 30 minutes. We'll 30 minutes for calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean now we're not taking calls, right? You want us to take few calls because OBED?
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah,
but let Otazio name on this.
Yeah. Okay.
You remember the drug situation with former Salif, President Salif, right? You remember how it started. You remember the names that were involved. You remember that NSA personnel was also dismissed because they were part of the drugs issue.
Okay.
So same thing. I was the same thing over and again.
What are you suggesting? What is your opinion?
So on this drugs issue, if we are not careful as a country, and you heard the president's statement, the president is clear. He said even his own blood will take radical decision. So you know,
is it cosmetic?
Or I don't think it
will be matched with action.
Action speaks louder than words. Anyway, Obed, we're going to hold you. We're going to hold you. Obed, we're going to hold you because of time. Let's take few calls.
Because for the president, look, read the president's statement.
Okay.
The statement was strong, worded, and it was crafted locally and internationally. We quoted.
I mean, action speaks louder than words.
Look. Rogers.
Anyway,
the investigation seems to be suspicious.
Of course.
Up to present. In the local parlance, we say no here, no take.
Obed, let me say this too. Let me say, I was reading a story, something that happened since 20, as a law enforcer who did criminal justice. Investigation is not overnight.
No.
But what I see in our country, because I watch crime and investigation, right? They take years and years and years and years forensic this analysis, and then they come up. So, in my issue in our country now is polarized, is political, because one side, the other side say, oh, the other side say, oh. So, in my opinion, let us give the investigators, international and local, the chance to investigate, because we want to rush. Oh, Otavi need a call, Otavi need. Oh, OBED need a call, OBED need.
I think Rogers, finally before end on the drugs issue before we go to the line, another issue that is overclouded or is taking Liberia is when we were coming up, we saw people, politicians criticizing each other, people, and criticism was seen as someone just trying to help him. But this is, and that's some of the reasons too. You criticize somebody to take it as enemy shit.
Yeah. Bring it down on the spotlight.
Nobody, my man, right on this radio, the information minister is my personal friend and my brother from the same, who speak the same side from my side. If I say good thing about him right now on this radio, nobody will call him to say.
Okay.
Yeah, the negative things.
Negative thing. Oh, my man, but
let me just OBED. Just in line what you just said. Just in line, a friend of mine. We go way back 15 plus years being in government, in Ministry of Finance. So I went ballistic. I went ballistic on the government. My man, one Friday I go pass around and man say, "I tell me I won't see you again."
No, I want men who left by the man. The men that left the man, look, I say, but men Lana Clay. Man, as soon as men say you're Lana Clay, you die.
But OBED take few calls because we gotta go.
So it's been seen the other way around. Let's do money.
Yeah, let's do money.
Yeah, let's do money and roll it right. There are more things to talk about, and sometimes.
Okay. Our time is up.
Yeah.
Our time is up. Let's go.
We have to go. Our time is up. Sorry, the call.
What is yours?
We can coming in, but
call's coming, but we can. So you have a whole of Otavi, please. We are apologizing in your behalf. Don't come tell us say you went across the bridge. I know you, my madam.
Across early this morning.
What, George?
Our corner was traffic, but I'll be at home money on time.
Okay.
So we start from the legislature.
Yeah, we do a marathon.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're discussing everything.
Yeah. So I'll be on time. Monday,
I want to ask you how you rate the government, but let's keep it for.
No, let's keep it for Monday.
His government, he supported and brought to power.
Yeah.
He brought it.
George, man.
Okay, so we have to go, and like the sheriff said, tomorrow will be here, guys, waiting to run through other issues of paramount concern. Keep the station locked to 95.9. We all know loyalty to any political party or institution. We give the platform to all sides to come and have their say on issues of concern, and that's what we are obligated to. Until then, do have yourself a wonderful time. I'm out.
Okay,
Sheriff.
on behalf of the team, my producer, Have Mata, aka HTCK, my madam game over my cousin's son, George. And thanks to Otavi Williams, I'm your able and fearful sheriff. God bless you. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Thursday presentation of KNL.
Where are we going? It was the American who started the butcher, then the Indian, then the Turk, now the Chinese. Oh, what a mighty elephant you are, Liberia. Everyone keeps cutting pieces from your piece. No lesson.